You know what Avon says? I feel like music is such hard to promote by itself because it takes a lot of attention span to focus on a song rather than a video. I think that's pretty much in every artist attaches that music to an eye-catching video. Okay. I have something incredible to show you then. I was trying to figure out why exactly is video so important to music. And I decided to do some digging. I went back and actually learned this a few months back. There was an old documentary that came out, not even a documentary, a news broadcast that came out in 1980, right? And the correlation about what music is and where it's at right now, they predicted the future of music back in the 1980s.
Records you don't have to buy, really, to hear music.
Records you don't have to buy to hear music. Keep this in mind.
There's sensational equipment out there. There's great FM radio. There's enormous amount of music available without having to buy a record. Counterfeiting, home taping, and the failure of major artists to deliver records on some kind of regular basis.
Companies folded, merged, fired workers, and a crackdown on counterfeiting began. No more illegal copying of records.
Sounds like a little bit something familiar. Okay, so currently at this moment, they're talking about how they used to print records and they wanted to cut out the middleman. So this has existed way before everything we know.
Executives of one of the biggest and oldest retailers, Sam Goody, were charged with conspiring with counterfeiters. And the record makers began looking for new super sounds. They tried groups like Fleetwood Mac. Their big record, Tusk, last fall was expected to bring people back to the stores. Well, it didn't work.
It didn't work.
Now they're turning to new technology, new sounds with
new technology.
Pictures to help restore the golden growth of profits. And here's Steve Fox with a report on that hope. Steve?
Hugh, we're talking about the video disc.
Appreciate you. We're talking about video. This peep game, it gets better.
Sales are just beginning, and the record companies are searching for the right kind of images to put on the discs to make you want to own them.
I need you to see how big this is. Look how big this disc is. It's as big as a vinyl. It's massive.
Maybe the best way to talk about what may be the future is to look at the past.
Thomas Edison gave birth to the recording industry more than a century ago with an invention for documenting people's wills, but recorded music soon followed.
Hallelujah chorus from the Messiah, played by the Edison Concert Band.
In 1889, Edison's original wax recording cylinder gave way to the 78 RPM record.
You could, my mom had a few of these for a couple of movies, right?
Adopted by operatic and classical musicians as a way to sell their talents to people at home, not at live concerts. In the late 1940s came two innovations. Columbia developed a 33 RPM album known ever after as the LP.
I didn't even know that. Columbia. Dang, that's crazy. I'm now catching that.
And RCA introduced its rival 45 RPM record.
Changes records fast, doesn't it?
You bet.
What a beautiful tone.
What a beautiful tone.
The last major development in home musical entertainment was stereo sound, demonstrated here by Buster Keaton in the mid-1950s.
So in 1950, we had stereo. She has started to slowly...
The newest development in home entertainment, the video disc, technological child of a show business marriage.
That's crazy. Now it's only gonna get better.
Hollywood is much more interested right now than they've ever been before in the musical talent combining with the visual images. The videotape disc, which is emerging very rapidly, is perhaps going to be the culmination of that marriage which has been building for a number of years.
So they've been wanting to build the combination of video. They've been wanting to combine video and music together for the last whatever year standpoint that was. And I'm just thinking about it, like 1950 to like prior, they've been having movies come out for ages. And nobody thought we could together. So this right here, this is going to be the game changer. Watch this.
Somewhere, somehow, somebody must have kicked you around, son.
Music videos. So this has already been happening since the 1970s.
This is the most common. Songs illustrated simply by showing groups in performance.
Kate Bush running up that hill. Y'all know who she is.
The third approach involves the narrative telling of a fictional story with both pictures and music, as Mike Nesmith does in Cruisin'. There's much debate among record executives about whether video represents the future of the industry, but Joe Smith of Elektra Asylum Records says there's no such debate among his biggest stars.
But our major artists are people like Queen, Eagles, Jackson Browne, Linda Ronstadt, Joni Mitchell, artists like that, The Cars. Everyone wants to do video right now.
If we think about what was going on in the 70s, they were already gearing up for this new evolution of video. So video was a very, very important medium that people used to be able to sell the experience of their music. This has been around for longer than the creation of Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok. It's been around longer than all of us.
Ron Hayes is a video artist who's been collaborating with some record companies.
The intelligent ones recognize that it's a marriage between the visual artist and the musician at this point, that it takes experimentation and it takes looking at how much you can stretch the medium.
I just said medium.
Make something creative. The man or the woman who finds the right combination will take it all.
Sounds a little bit like what's going on now, huh? Back to my point, what music is. Post videos of what you like watching and put it with your music. You ain't gotta be on video. This is the craziest thing, right? We are in a day and age where you don't even necessarily need to be on, you don't have to show your face. Todd Rundgren. I've sampled his music before. It's probably never gonna come out. But listen to how much he spent.
Interested in finding that right combination, that he spent a reported $2 million building a video production studio near his home in upstate New York.
He spent $2 million. So 1980 inflation calculator. I'm going to just go back to this. Hold on. Inflation calculator. In 1980. So the money that we're looking at here, ooh, $7 million.
Here, Todd Rundgren used $150,000 worth of development money from RCA's video disc division to visualize the music from this synthesized version of Holst's Planets. Pure classical music is expected to command a small share of the video disc market. Of course, not everyone.
Shout out to Clouds Davis. Oh my God. Not Cloud. This is a very unique one to show on a Twitch stream.
I don't really think that it's likely that it will have an effect upon music, because though the large public that is into music is into the repetition of music, the tremendous buy of records is the fact that for a few dollars you could have something for a lifetime.
Okay, so I'm going to let this next part play.
The problem, I think, that people aren't addressing themselves to is, what can you stand to watch 1,000 times? If you're going to spend even $30 or $20 for a videotape or an audio or a video disc, how many times can you watch it?
So this is the craziest thing. What he just described is exactly how the music industry works right now. And this is what I hope to happen. I hope that this, what we create for the Twitch stream and all these beat videos in this Twitch stream, I hope it goes to eventually a network that we are behind. Like it's like a community pushed type of community where it's like a channel where anybody can tune in and watch any of these Twitch streams I've ever done over these last like 3 years, and they can just watch them back and be like, yo, that's game. I'm about to use that in what I'm doing. The dark side of it.
It seems the biggest problem facing video discs is repeatability. What would you want to watch more than once? Well, an interesting British study has found that the most repeatable kind of image for adults is
sexually explicit. Brother. He said it. He said it. I don't know if you guys heard it, but you guys already know what's going on right now on Twitch. You already know. You already know.
When we hear audio-only information, there is a feeling of being deprived of the visual information, even if it's subconscious. You want the visual information that accompanies the audio. None of us really know how to make a video record that is as repeatable as an audio-only record.
Don't that sound like what we dealing with right now? That sound like TikTok. It sound like Instagram. It sound like Twitter. It sound like YouTube Shorts.
The question of whether or not we need video records may be totally irrelevant because young musicians who grew up with television as a basic part of their lives are inevitably going to use video as a creative tool. In fact,
that's the future.
Television,
they predicted this.
Seem to instinctively know what works.
You know, once you give a kid a $200 videotape camera and a $700 videotape machine and he can play with it, who knows what's going to happen?
See why I'm talking about this to you now, right? You guys are catching the gist that I'm like throwing at you right now.
That's surreal.
Wait, I gotta play it again.
That's surreal. Well, now, video disc has been around for 10 years now, just now moving toward the market. Is it going to work? Will it help the record industry?
Again, nobody in the record business.
Listen, he's not answering because he knows this is the future of music is making an experience that people can enjoy. And the easiest way people can enjoy an experience right now is the iPhone. The future lives in our minds. Kids shows, sci-fi, music's tools that influence the next generation. Dog, we got it. This is my challenge for you guys. You spend 30 minutes making one beat. It can be whatever. It can be a loop. It could be a full arrangement. It could be whatever. Do it about 3 times, by the way. You have to do it 3 times. So make one beat, 30 minutes, but do that 3 times. Let's say, hypothetically speaking, you make 3 beats. But if you don't like the 2, there's going to be that one that really goes back to your mind like, I like this beat. You could pick one and show it off. And if you don't want to even show your face, I highly suggest you to show your face. It'd be much more easier. There's AI that can do it for you now. Like, you can synthesize your own images with your audio now. So you don't have to show your face anymore. As people, we can tend to overly complicate a process that was meant to be simple and fun.